Hi, I'm Eddie. Welcome. Sadness, Love, and Openness. I feel this book may be great for today's short attention span readers to learn about Buddhism, Buddhist concepts, especially about impermanence and its relation to our feelings and emotions, as well as introduction to Tibetan Buddhist practice. Now, before going any further, I just want to mention that I'm somewhat interested in Buddhism, and what I'm about to present here are just my opinions from my limited knowledge and background. Also, this video is about my thoughts of the book, not about the teaching itself. So I will cover some of my major thought points, and at the end of the video, how this relates to my practice and learning. As we're all at different places on our path, my views are uniquely mine, but maybe some may find it helpful. So my Buddhist learning have been more from the Zen or Chan tradition, so Tibetan Buddhism has been more of a mystery. Wanting to learn more about Tibetan Buddhism, I started to look for books to read, and this is one of the books that I found. Sadness, Love, and Openness by Chokya Nyima Rinpoche. He's a very famous teacher from the Kagyu and Nyima tradition. I was very fortunate to have actually met him once in New York City when he held an event many years back. I feel that this book is great for beginners as it covers a lot. This book provides a lot of Buddhist concepts such as karma, two truths, impermanence, dependent origination, realms of existence, three jewels, duality or none of. And this book also advises on how to practice from more of a high-level perspective. And it also provides a layout of the major types of Buddhism, meaning Theravada, Mahayana, and Vajrayana, and their relation with each other. So this book utilizes impermanence a lot to help explain many Buddhist concepts, and I think it kills two birds with one stone. Okay, what I'm trying to say is that impermanence is a very important Buddhist concept. And by constantly using impermanence to help explain other Buddhist concepts, it really can help nail down or help us understand what impermanence is. Now, another important point about this book is that it's quite easy to read. And what I mean is, at the beginning of every 1 to 3 or so paragraphs, there is a subchapter phrase prominently displayed. It sets the reader's focus on that phrase, and then it goes about to explain it. Well, every book I've read has chapters and subchapters, but I feel that this book is very deliberate. It cuts up the reading into smaller chunks. That one can pick up this book for just a few minutes at a time and be able to feel accomplished and put the book down for later. Because it only takes a few minutes of reading, an idea or topic is covered and completed. One can then go about to do whatever else they need to do, and then come back to pick up the book and start right where they left off. Additionally, if you're reading and need to rehash certain concept, it's very easy to go back and scan the previous subchapters and quickly find and reread if you need. Of course, this is not foolproof, but I do feel that it's definitely easier in this book than other books. Now, overall, the book covers a lot, and while it may be easy to read, it probably is a good idea to revisit and contemplate on the many important Buddhist concepts, especially if you're new. Toward the end of the book, the topics focus on Tibetan Vajrayana Buddhism. I feel that it provides a good intro in terms of practices and concepts, but it is more at a higher level and limited in detail given the scope of this book. As I mentioned in the beginning, I wanted to learn more about Tibetan Buddhism, Tibetan Vajrayana practice. I'm emphasizing that here because there are other types of Vajrayana Buddhist practice, such as Shingon Buddhism from Japan. Now, to ensure that I don't miss out on some Tibetan Vajrayana concepts or teachings, I wanted to start from more of a core Buddhist book from a Tibetan teacher, and that's why I chose this book. I'm glad I did, as I feel a little bit more assured that I'm covering my bases. Thus, the incremental gain for me is more toward the end of the book, where it digs into Tibetan Buddhism. It's important for me to take my time. Also, reading this book refreshed my understanding from another Buddhist teacher's perspective. If you're exploring Tibetan Buddhism like myself and have been reading a handful of Buddhist texts, then just know what to expect. However, if you're just starting out and you're interested in Tibetan Buddhism, then I think this would be a lot to cover and learn, which would be great. I especially like how he uses impermanence to help explain the Buddhist concepts. as well as structuring the book so that it's easy to read for those with short attention span. I hope this video was helpful and thank you for watching.